Welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Biz TV. I'm John Tabacco. Cracking up with a cold one. Taking down these White Claw black cherries like it's my job, and trying to stay cool and refreshed on this hot sunny day. Lots of news to talk about, and cooler and refreshing it gets by the minute as we're joined every Wednesday by our regular contributor, Xen Sams, who joins us from New York City today. She did lead me on earlier this week and tell me she was going to be here in person, but we may actually get that together for next week, I believe. Is that right, Xen?
Yeah.
All right, so Xen, you're an actress, you're a model, you're up on all the hip-hop culture, Hollywood crew, cool kids, and all that stuff. Two things I want to ask you. One, what's going on with this black and white challenge, okay, and is that considered racist, in number one? And number two, how come it's only women? How come this is a massive inequality? I haven't seen one person challenge a man to the black and white challenge. What gives here? What's happening? Is this a women's only thing?
Yep. Instagram has been overrun with women, from basically famous celebrities to suburb moms posting this black and white image that you're referring to of themselves with the caption, "Challenge accepted." So celebrities like Gabrielle Union, Kristen Bell, Kerry Washington, all the celebrities we know have accepted the challenge, quote unquote, which seems to involve posting a black and white image of oneself as a show of women empowerment. Now, there's no real obvious social justice bent here other than to encourage women to share photos of themselves where they feel confident. And it basically works like this. Women nominate each other to post a monochrome image of themselves that they presumptively like, and they share their photo, usually with the caption, "Challenge accepted," and the hashtag "women supporting women," and tag other women to post their own. Other celebrities interpreted the challenge as a show of sisterly support. Many more non-famous folks are posting their own challenge accepted photos too. And basically, this phrase has been used over 4 million times on Instagram. But the hashtag, this hashtag keeps creeping up ever so often, because just before this challenge, we had another one where it was to stay at home to help prevent the spread of coronavirus. So this, challenge accepted has been trending often on social media. And this is one of those moments where, it's women staying together, sticking together, not racist, not black, none of the above, no cultural issues here. This is just women pulling together.
So men are excluded, is what you're saying. What if just today I were just identifying as a woman today? Can I get challenged?
Nico and Jess, I want you guys to take a picture of John, add long hair to it and a little bit of lip color, and put it in black and white and let John post it.
Yeah, Ava, why don't you...
would love to have long hair in a picture.
My daughter Victoria did that to me about a week ago. She turned me into a woman with the Womanizer app. And then she asked me if I knew this woman, and I was like, "You look familiar, but I don't know her." And lo and behold, it was me. So maybe we should post that. Maybe I should identify as Jonna today.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do that.
All right. I've been waiting to see a man on there, like challenge accepted, but
You guys have plenty of challenges. Back off this one. You got lots of challenges. You guys have run corporate America for thousands of years. That's a challenge in and of itself.
All right. How about this? You have been a transcontinental traveler over the last few months. You experienced COVID quarantine both north of the border in Canada and now back here in New York. You have young children. I know you're a great mom and all, but it seems like I think less than 50 people in the whole country have died under the age of 18. And with all this stuff going on, should kids go back to school, it doesn't seem like kids under 10 are even getting sick. What's the mom's point of view on this?
Exactly. So my point of view is I've been researching this often, and I keep up to, every week as data comes in, I refresh and I try to stay at the forefront of the science, because it's important to me that when she goes back to school, I'm well versed on all the data so I can make the proper decision. And there are many hints and even some data showing that children fare better against the virus on a few levels than adults do. First, only 17 children, like you said, under the age of 5 nationwide have died of COVID-19. And this, we pulled data, John, when you and I talk about stuff. This is data from the U.S. Centers of Disease Control as of July. So this is, if anybody wants to dispute it, it's there. That's a little under a third the number in that age range who have died of the flu this year. And while, we have this multi-system inflammatory symptom called, MIS-C, which it affects some children infected with the coronavirus, it's rare and most do recover from it. So look, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention is recommending that kindergarten through 12 schools reopen this fall, saying that the health risk should be weighed against the detriment of being kept home, which, disproportionately impacts low-income and minority children and those with disabilities who really rely on programs like school lunch and after-school care. And when those children are kept from school, their grades slip, mental and physical health suffers, key times to socialize are lost, and many are falling behind on the routine vaccines. So it's unclear how easily kids can spread the virus from the research that I've done, both to each other and to adults. But here's one study that caught my attention. As nearly 65,000 kids published by the South Korean Center for Disease Control last week showed that children in the 10 to 19-year-old age range could spread COVID-19 within households just as effectively as adults. But younger kids, so say infants to 8 or 9 years old, were 72% less likely to spread the disease to adults. And that's because young children are exposed to new infections all the time. And when their bodies are exposed to a new virus like COVID-19, their immune system may just be more primed to respond strong enough to fight virus and not cause their bodies harm, like say people in their 60s or 70s who have inflammatory conditions or who have underlying health issues. So they're more resilient and adaptive, and their immune systems help fend off the disease. Look, in the end, adults need to do their part because kids are at our mercy. This virus is looking for a place to jump from one person to another. That's it. And that's why distancing, masking, and hygiene work. They actually work. If we do these three things, the virus literally has no place to go. So as a mom, I say, take your part, social distance, put your mask on when you can, when you can't really get away from people, and practice proper hygiene, and we will be okay.
You think we'll be okay if everybody keeps their mask on? Now, I had a doctor on yesterday, Dr. Dean Hart. He's a great virologist, microbiologist, and he said that the use of a regular mask, like these regular blue masks, does absolutely nothing at all to protect you from someone else's germs. All it does is catch your germs from going out to someone else.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Why? If in a world in a country based on liberty and personal responsibility, why, if it doesn't help, why should I wear one? If someone else feels nervous, shouldn't they wear one and not stay away from me or stay in your house? I don't feel comfortable wearing it. My nose is sweating, my mouth is sweating, I'm breathing in, I feel like I'm breathing in my own carbon monoxide.
You are, yeah, and it's very uncomfortable. But I think until there is some kind of vaccine, in order for the children to be able to go back effectively, I think the adults need to mask up and let the children, at least school-age children, amongst themselves fight off their germs. But as long as the adults are not giving something to the children, they're vectors of pathogens, and I feel like
you feel good as a mom. If your kid goes back to school in September and they say, hey, we're going to do a staggered, half the class comes in the morning, half the class comes in the afternoon, but the only thing is the kids have to wear a mask for 4 hours straight. You feel good about that?
No. I don't think children should be subjected to a mask. I don't think children under the age of 10 or 12.
Okay.
At 10 or 12, they're mature enough to be able to take it on and off, to take their own breaks and breaths. Under that age, I don't think they're mentally equipped to know when is too much and when is not. Therefore, I don't think the mask is effective for school children under the age of between 10 and 12. But more importantly, I think if the caregivers have their mask on and the caregivers are doing their part, the children amongst themselves will develop some level of herd immunity, especially within their bubble or classrooms. I am not sending Alexa back to school with the mask. Alexa has asthma, and the mask actually triggers her asthma. So I've been given a letter from her pediatrician stating that she is not to wear the mask. So I am against it right now in my situation, but I wear it and I don't breathe on children, and I keep my germs to myself.
Well, I can tell you this. If your daughter, I'm sure she is, anywhere near as beautiful as you, I wouldn't want her wearing a mask either. My daughters are gorgeous, both of them, and I don't want them covering their beautiful faces with a mask. So I'm with you. I don't think the kids should be wearing masks. But thank you, Xen. Everyone is looking forward to hopefully seeing you in person again very soon.
I'm going to make it work next Wednesday. I will make my way to Staten Island. We will do it up. And we will put Frankie into it.
You're the bomb. All right, that's Xen Sams, model, actress, super mom, and one of our great regular Wednesday contributors. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with some news of the day. And we're going to tear it up right here on Liquid Lunch after this.